We are on week 2, day 4. This is the first set of games, or excuse me, the last 3 set of games for this week. And here we go on Clubhouse. So far right now on defense, looks like we're going to go to that Church Arsenal room that, of course, was picked so heavily. We have Mira, Smoke, Valkyrie, Castle, Pulse. I'm really excited to see what they do with this Valkyrie. You know, you'll see a lot of people put that Valkyrie camera in the blue tunnel. Of course, the Mira is going to be used to try to hold onto that Church. On attacker, we have Blackbeard, Ash, Habana, Thermite, and Buck coming to solidify that. I expect to see Buck bucking down from the top of the kitchen, using those standard spots, trying to get some grenades down, maybe get rid of those ADSs. Do you think that we'll see anyone going for the trick that we saw for the first time in the 6th Invitational, where they'll make a hole here and try to get that Habana charge with an impact grenade?
We could definitely be seeing that. I'm not sure if a lot of teams have really picked up on it fully. You can actually see if there's actually any impacts. I don't think there will be. However, I'm looking at this lineup on defense, and I'm seeing a very information-heavy lineup. We have Mira, we have Pulse, and Valkyrie. That's 3 operators really dedicated towards that information. I think they're going to be using those Miras as like a pre-fire sort of information, and then like have like the Pulse trying to get that C4, Valkyrie just trying to get a little bit of intel, you know, where could they be coming from in terms of which side, which site. So definitely interesting that they're choosing to pick all 3 of those operators. Usually you're only going to see 2 and usually guaranteed 1. Looks like they are going to be opening up the tunnel.
And the last time we saw this map, we saw a lot of Smoke Thermite battle going on in that tunnel, but this time we don't see Smoke sitting in that. They're all playing pretty much full turtle mode currently. Only 30 seconds into the round, still a 5v5, slowly working their way inside. They are finally making their way inside into stock. They have that hatch open. Habana going to go ahead and do the rappel trick to use to get this kitchen hatch open. Should be an easy take for her. Of course, no impacts like we had mentioned on their roster, so we won't be seeing anything like that. They do have holes, but they're not really playing anything specific. Interesting Mira that they have on this wall. This is the first time I've seen someone play this, so obviously they're going to have to heavily play this front stairs in order to protect that player. We see our first C4 coming out, but no, it misses. And I believe that is Pulse's C4 down. Excuse me, no, Valkyrie C4 down. And right as that happens, the hole opens up from the top. He pushes down from the front stairs and gets the down, but he's able to get the pickup. 140 remaining currently. Still a 5v5 situation. Another player going down upstairs. Mira doing a good job getting the down. So they have traded back and forth health-wise so far. Paul still has his C4. Smoke still has all 3 charges just sitting on this camera currently. Up hanging out up in the hallway. Fully expecting to see an armory take here. Paul's just trying to pulse them out, still hanging on to that C4 and see if she can do some damage late, or excuse me, he can do some damage late on.
I think that Mira is actually very, very aggressive up in that hallway, honestly.
An interesting spot. Almost gets the C4 right there, but able to walk out of the way and sneak in the kitchen to get there. There's only 52 seconds left. They're just now getting inside of Moto, but the castle wall is still up. And they also have the hatch open in the kitchen, so they're going to push and achieve. Got 1 kill. That is Valkyrie down. And Mira's going to be using that Mira. Pulse is sitting there also. 1 has made his way into Moto. There's still 1 inside of the main stairway. Going to slowly start beating on that. You can see the speed if they do go for that, so he's going to go for the pre-fire. Exo doing a wonderful job. Able to get the pickup there. Achieved is now down, so Ash is gone. It's a 4v4, 25 seconds left. They're going to have to get in and get the bomb down. Thermite pushes his way in, but he gets taken out by Pulse, but Donut gets the trade back onto Pulse, so they're both gone. 14 seconds left. They're going to have to get inside. Donut looking for a double kill. He gets the down on him. He knows he's on the blue side. Is he going to be able to get the pickup?
Attackers activating diffuser.
They actually do push into Armory and get the bomb down, so good job by them for the distraction from Habana on the church side. Still in there, they're getting the pickup, but she's still patiently playing behind there with a double kill. Neptune's on the backside, Buck takes out Echo, and round 1 going over to Equinox. And that was a pretty good executed round. You know, they took their time, but I really like what I saw.
Yeah, for sure. Interesting. First thing I want to talk about is definitely that Mira placement. I like the thought of being able to have like a really good counter to like an armory push. However, I think it's very, very aggressive having to play almost, like I said, 3 players right in that front hallway there. I think it's just a little bit too risky for what you have, even if you do have a pulse. As you saw, they got punished pretty heavily for using that C4 on the floor. They got bucked up. That Buck can, of course, pull up that entire floor, shoot right down, open that mirror up. So I like the thought behind it, and I like the thought process behind trying to stop an armory push. However, I don't think that that's quite the way to do it, just because it can be so easily countered. Now, when it comes to the attacking strategy, I think there they opened up the tunnel very silently in the very beginning. So hey, they know it's open, but the way that they were playing it, the way the defense was playing it, they just casted it off. They said, hey, here's tunnel control. We're not going to really worry about that. And then that kind of allowed the attackers to really open up on the other side of the map towards church. They opened up on church. They caused a lot of distraction. They made it look very convincing. Honestly, I didn't even realize it until the round was almost over that, hey, they're actually going to be planting an armory. So it was a little bit of a bait and switch, but very good job on their part there.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, so good job by them. I like the ingenuity coming over from Lynx, but of course, like you said, too many resources have to be invested on an aggressive type defensive hold, which of course on defense, I always say, if you're going to be playing that type, might as well play for the entry and secure a kill. One thing to note is, for the first time, we're not seeing a Mira taken. They do have a pulse on defense, so they're going to be playing that kitchen. We'll see if he can get anything going. Of course, like I said, no Mira, so this wall is just going to be fully reinforced on the back of church, and they're just going to be playing for that entry only. Looks like Achieved is on Rome on the stairs. Peter Griffin on that Echo, also playing very aggressively. Neptune's already doing a very good job. We called out the pulse, and he's able to get the early one. Actually, he called him out, and it looks like Valkyrie was using the C4, so good teamwork there by them. They do have the hatch open, but there is a man down. It's 5v4 in favor of Equinox. 2 minutes remaining left in this round. Paul's still hanging out. They do have an aggressive hold on this front stairs, so kind of similar to the last round, minus the Mira. Not sure if they were actually able to get that outside dirt tunnel wall open. Exo does a good job getting Peter Griffin, and he's down, so Buck's now gone, and Echo's gone, so it's a 4v4. And Exo doing a good job. He gets the double kill. Pushed his way into stairs, and an aggressive play I talked about came back and bit him in the butt on that one, because now it's the favor in favor of Lynx. 1:30 remaining. Pulse, Valkyrie, and Smoke the only ones remaining. Paul still hanging on to that C4 and has control of the armory. Smoke holding down behind weapons rack.
A really big fucking hole. Right up. Loading mag!
And Thermite has pushed forward.
A bomb has been located. Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Sensor activated.
Having a little bit of technical difficulties. We'll get it to between this round. Talon dropped from the Skype call, but here we go. 50 seconds left in this one. 4v3 still in favor of Lynx. Thermite has pushed his way into Moto, looking for some aggressive picking, and no, Smoke does a good job getting the trade onto him, so Remorse kill dot dash. Thermite sledged down, but the trade goes right back across. Alien does gets a pickup onto Remorse. Exo gets a trade. That's a triple kill for Exo on this one. Bomb finally going to go down. It is a 1v2 still in favor of Lynx. Exo with the quadra kill at the end of the round right as we switch to him. He's a beautiful shot on the face. And I really like what we saw coming out from him. Bear with me, we're going to have some sound issues as I get Talon back in this call.
Alrighty, there we go. Make sure you also remove the bands overlay. I think you still had that up.
It's a 4-minute delay, so it's already gone. It should be coming up here within the next 30 seconds or so. We pretty much missed the whole first round on that one. I switched over to Open Broadcast System or Software Studio, so I forgot that you have to hit the transition button on that one. But you missed out on it. Exo did a very good job at the end, and he got a quadra kill to clutch it for them, so it's now all tied up 1-1.
Nice, nice. That's very good. Looks like I do have video feedback, so we're good.
Fortunately, the Skype call has messed up the sound, so I'm going to go ahead and grab Mira so we can follow her if you want to talk about that last round, what we saw from them. You know, it was looking like it was in favor of Equinox, excuse me, but then they were able to bring it back.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, I didn't even get to watch that last round, so just hearing you was pretty exciting. Though, of course, we are having the same
10
exact
seconds left before
defensive
insertion.
lineup here. Of course, they do have that mirror. I'm not exactly sure if they're going to be putting a mirror back in that hallway, so we'll have to see. Looks like they do have that church wall. They're going to open it all the way up. It looks like. Try to create a vault hole is what I think they're going to be trying to do, or maybe even just a run hole, maybe get some quick rotation, so that way when they put the mirror in the hallway, they have a quick way to escape instead of having to run all the way down that hallway.
Blue tries to get aggressive on the backside of Dirt Tunnel, runs out the hole made by Thermite, and Thermite says, I don't think so, shuts him down. Advantage in favor of Equinox on this one, but he only left with a sliver of health, 5 health probably remaining on that one. Nice pickup by him.
Looks like it might have worked, however, maybe a little bit too aggressive there. I definitely would have liked to seen him actually play in Dirt Tunnel. I think that would have done a lot more in terms of slowing down the round and really slowing the pace of the attackers. Running out is definitely like a good one-off trick that you can maybe try and push. However, having it really work every single round, I don't exactly think so. Meanwhile, over here in the hallway, we do have the mirror there. This time it's off the reinforcement. I'm not sure exactly what the idea is, putting one reinforcement down, but then not putting a mirror on it. So I'm not exactly sure what the idea was, but maybe there's something that they know that I don't. A couple of missed C4s.
Yeah, one for the C4 there, one blew up the other, but they both missed the target. It is 145 remaining, of course. It's still 5v4 in favor of Equinox.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
They've done a good job, securing this front stairs. Remorse has pushed his way into this Dirt Tunnel with Blackbeard. Pretty standard push from him. Like you said, not sure what that Mira is going to do for them
Attackers
in terms of the defensive. Last round, they had it on the reinforcement itself. This time it's soft. Looks like they're getting ready to try to push inside of this blue and take motor control at the same time. Ash pushing her way down the front stairs. Neptune does a good job, and he gets a grenade on through the railings of the floor, and Dot Dash is down, so Smoke is no longer part of this equation. It's a 5v3 with only a minute remaining, so they're doing a good job, and they have a nice pace on this run. Ash has made her way into the moto. A little bit of droning coming down. Thermite also made his way, but Remorse does a great job. Gets the headshot on an Alien on that big box inside. They push all the way in. Neptune gets a trade right back. Vayne is down, and Remorse with a double kill at the end of the round. And that round goes over to Equinox. And just like the stats show so far, it has been nothing but attacker-sided, and all we're seeing is this armory.
I definitely like to see adaptions from both teams, and that's exactly what we saw here. We saw Equinox coming out with an entirely different or a little bit altered attack strategy there. That time, they really applied pressure from all 3 different ways. They had people down main stairs, they had people in tunnel, and of course, they dropped the buck into blue. I like that they're putting so much pressure where they need to. They slowly work the picks. You saw they got a grenade kill in the middle of the round. They were doing the droning. They were doing just about everything that they needed to. Unfortunately, Lynx just was not able to handle so much pressure from so many different angles. I think losing that castle off the start really kind of started a bad vibe for Lynx. I think that if he had potentially stayed back, they might have had enough people to watch all those angles. But as it turned out, there just was not enough guns. There was not enough eyes to watch all the angles that came up and that we saw. So they were able to really exploit that man advantage. And unfortunately, or fortunately for them, it worked out very well.
Yeah, very good job by them. And once again, I'm just not completely convinced of this strat that we're seeing on defense currently from Lynx. I do like the ingenuity that they're bringing out. You know, it's always exciting to see how new strats go. Maybe another team can grab a hold of it, make a slight modification, and it's something that can work. But I want to see some kind of adaptation, like you mentioned, from them, some kind of change. You know, they're getting hit, they're putting all this pressure on the front stairs, but it's not really accomplishing much. Maybe if they go with some heavy roam or something different, it'll help them out in the long run. But we are currently underway in round 4, 2-1 in favor of Equinox. Both teams currently 0-1 this season. There has only been 1 week to play. We are in week number 2. It's a 14-week season. Top 8 teams make it into the playoffs to fight for the cash prize. Now, they do have the use of Echo, so obviously they're opting to take out this Mira for this Echo. They value him heavily on this front stairs. You see the aggressive play, so he's kind of using it like a Valkyrie in a sense that he's going to spot him, make him groggy, and then just kind of charge him. So we'll see how that one works out for them. only 45 seconds into this round. They do have control of Stripper. You see Thermite in there, lots of droning going on. And something that slipped my eye, they have a fuse. I'm not sure, what do you think? Do you think that'll come into play heavily this round, Talon?
I definitely could, especially if they're playing that Echo up so aggressive on that front stairs. I like to see that the Echo pick coming out, but what I don't like is that Echo is doing it all by himself. I'd like to see him actually supporting someone else on main stairs, so that way you can get an even faster reaction to when you actually hit another operator. But as it turned out, it looks like it just got taken out, so a little bit of a wasted operator pick. It did, of course, get bucked there, but it's really no effect, no real utility from it. So a little bit displeased for it with how it turned out. I was a little bit excited there. You know, maybe we would have seen a little bit better play, but maybe if they try to duel and
Buck
really
sees
put
a
two operators
slight
in.
piece of Peter on Echo on that one and takes him down. So it is now 5v4 in favor of the attackers. Again, of course, and just as I say that, the fuse that we talked about came into play right there, and he takes them down, and Chiva's now out. So that's Echo and Jaeger down for the defenders. Only a minute and 5 remaining, 5v3 in favor of Lynx. Of course, the attackers doing all the work on this map. Ash has pushed her way all the way down. Valkyrie gets the counter create onto Blue, so now Fuse is down, but he was able to get his charge down and do a little bit of damage. Ball still has a C4 in Armory and a pulse charge. Donut does a good job getting another trade back. He's on the flank. Must not have been a Claymore there, or he used his C4 to get up, but he has a double kill. He only has about 5 health left, 30 minutes remaining. This went back from a 5v3, now it's a 3v3. They're going to have to make some kind of push. Remorse does a great job, and he gets the pick up onto Dot Dash. So Thermite, Fuse, and Buck all down. Donut with a triple kill. So another good job by him on that flank. Alien's now down. 15 seconds left, all of it remains, and Ash and Remorse gets a double kill on the backside on Smoke, and that round goes over to Equinox. So our first defensive win coming out. Great job by them.
Yeah, great adaptation, great way to really change up the pace of this defensive game. Looks like there is a little bit of controversy there coming out with the use of the fuse. That'll have to be determined at a later point in time. But one thing that I was trying to say a little bit earlier in the round is that if you really have that heavy aggression on main stairs, you run the possibility of even getting a pick off on that fuse and really trying to nullify that fuse. Because if you put so much pressure there and really force them to try and take care of you, you can waste so much time there if you're good enough and lucky enough that they might not even be able to get the fuse off. So very interesting to see there indeed.
Yeah, I like what they did because the Echo played very aggressively on the stairs, but was still able to put the pressure that you talked about. They pretty much ate, I'd say, roughly 2 minutes on that stairs itself. So I like what I saw from them. And you can see why they're using that Echo, if anything, just for that early aggression. You know, we talked about how they're going with this Vision team comp with Pulse, Mira, and Valkyrie. So pretty clean round on defense by them. I thought it was going to be Lynx, but then they just lost their gun battles at the end of it.
Yeah, no, for sure. Interesting to see. Actually, we have a change up in the operator lineup now. Instead of a Pulse, looks like they have decided to go with a Jaeger. I think so far that they've been having to rely on a strategy of just throwing out, trying to get those C4 kills, but unfortunately none of the C4s have really connected so far. So I think they finally learned from their mistakes that, you know, hey, why are we wasting so much time on this? Like, C4s are obviously not working. Let's go and switch to something a little bit more regular. So they did pull out the Jaeger. Now they are trying something that happened and worked on last round. Last round we did see that Valkyrie putting in a lot of work, especially upstairs. So having that flank on and having someone up there just to waste a little bit of time is definitely useful.
As you can see, Thermite's drone just spotted out Vayne on the roam. Solo roam currently. Missing a couple shots. Neptune is pushing in slowly. He doesn't know he's here, but they know he's there, so they're going to use that pinch. Remorse was able to get the down on the way through that window on the side stock. Neptune's finishes it off a Buck, and just like that, 45 seconds in, and Jaeger already down for the defenders. It is currently 3-1 in favor of Equinox. 2 minutes remaining in this round, in round 5. 5v4. Buck pretty much going to do the standard here.
Yeah, there's a little bit of difference between what happened in between this round and the last round. Last round, it was more of a flank that came up later in the round. There was probably not a claymore there on the back ladder, so Valkyrie was able to push up. This round, it was more of a solo hold, and so that solo hold got droned out and it got punished. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of a flank coming on. I don't know if they have a claymore or not. Maybe they did. So a little bit different, and you can see the difference.
Achieved had pushed down the front stairs and got the pickup onto Exo, so Mira is gone. A minute and 30 into this one, 5v2, or 5v3, excuse me, currently. Looks like Hibana can see a tiny sliver of the foot. She'll get a little bit of damage, and I don't expect her to get the kill on that one, but Remorse is in the blue tunnel. She's gonna spam through that wall onto the back of the weapons rack. Not able to get the kill, but they have taken Castle all the way down to about 10 health.
Attackers have located
Saw there,
the
he
bomb.
picks up the ADS. Buck finally able to look through those holes he's making. He gets to pick up on the dot dash, and Smoke is now down. Very good job by Equinox on this one. It's 5v2, only 54 remaining. Remorse gets a kill on the blue side, so Castle is down, all left on the Valkyrie. Another Valkyrie camp down.
By attackers.
Valkyrie's able to get the down on the Remorse. He's down inside a blue tunnel. They're going to get the bomb down, but they don't need to. Thermite comes and finishes that one off. Another round going on to Equinox, putting on a dominant performance. It's now 4-1 match point.
Yeah, for sure. Again, starting down with another round with the man down. Honestly, Lynx is really starting to get a little bit desperate here. You know, earlier we saw Castle try to push out of Dirt Tunnel. Now we're seeing them try to solo run on Clubhouse. All things are really starting to point to they're just not being confident enough. Now, interesting, we do now have Equinox on the defense. We have the Lord himself, played and manned by Remorse, my mans. I definitely like to see it. This is not a troll pick indeed. I totally expect to see him spawn peeking either in garage or even front door could be a possibility. I love to see this pick. Could even be on main stairs. Let's see exactly where he decides to go, where he decides to set up. Will he get
step on board with him. Another place that I've seen Tachanka be very useful in this, at least in the early game, is you can put it on that pool table wall and shoot from that front door as they come out of that entranceway.
Whoa, reinforced!
Looks like he's deciding to set up near cash. Either that or he's just going to go ahead and reinforce it. Oh no, yes, it is going to be towards cash, towards the construction spawn. This could be very deadly, especially if they decide to go for a stock take. If they go for a stock take, this could be huge, especially if he even gets one pick. Honestly, if he even gets a little bit of damage off and survives with his life, I think this would totally be useful and worth it.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
So let's see if it decides. Here comes Exo.
He sees him. He takes one shot. He misses him. Exo does know he's there now. Let's see if he's able to get the quick peek onto him. He does a good job. He uses the Ash Charge, but it doesn't even blow up the shield. Does a little bit of damage, or actually a good amount of damage. He's down to 55% health now. But he also gets some damage onto Ash, too.
Oh, this is amusing. Now, interesting to note that that was actually quite successful. That delayed the Ash by nearly 30 seconds, almost 45 seconds if you really want to stretch it out there. So I would say that's definitely worth it.
Blue getting a kill on the Neptune, so Castle is gone. Good job by Blackbeard to get that pickup on the other side of the map. They do have strip control. A little bit distracted by the power of the Lord. But like you said, he did a good job eating up the first about 40 seconds. Blackbeard holding a tight angle, almost gets the pick on it achieved. He was jumping up onto that dining room table right in front of the jukebox, but he's able to escape the death momentarily. A minute and 50 remaining. It is match point 4-1 in favor of Equinox, but they are currently down 5v4.
Camera activated.
Thermite also sitting over here. The smokes have finally gone down. Now expect them to be going for a push. Ash has fallen and made her way into the gym. For the spray. Arian doing a very good job. Gets the double kill. Remorse and Donut down. So that's no Tachanka and no Valkyrie. 5v2 now. A minute and 20 remaining. Smokes are going to go out. He has pushed his way into the pool. Now he's getting the bomb down. Echo trying to get the bomb carrier to beat the diffuser down, but he doesn't do it. Peter Griffin able to get the pickup on the backside as he pushes down the front stairs. Lynxed gets achieved. It is all on to Echo on this one, though. 3v1. The bomb is down. see what he's going to do. He does have his Yokai drone to try to give him some kind of intel, but it's going to be very difficult for him to win this round. He now knows he's directly behind the bomb. Let's see if he's able to push in. A very good angle being held by Blue, but he misses his shots. A little bit more control by Peter, and he actually would have had that kill. A slight push out on the side of Vayne. He gets the pick, and that is another round going over to Lynx, and they're trying to bring this one back to overtime and a little bit of life back inside of them.
No, interesting to see. Now, yes, there was a good chunk in that, but what we didn't see was a smoke. And that smoke, I think, would have been very, very key to helping to try to deny them running into pool. I think that that could have really worked in their favor. However, maybe Equinox really kind of realized, hey, this is a round that we're not really prepared for. Let's just go do something fun. And then come the next attack round, let's really step it up because we know what to do on this attack round. It will be a bar stock defense. So with that bar stock defense, I think that it might switch up the attacking strategy a little bit. Maybe they're not quite ready to be attacking bar, but we'll have to see if they have a flexible enough lineup. Once again, we have another switch up on the defense here. In terms of operators, we now have a bandit come out, and then I believe we are also missing a castle.
Yeah, no castle for them, but they actually haven't won any of their defenses, so they chose to go bar here and see if they can't switch it up. I do like the choice to switch it up. Let's see how that pans out throughout this round and if it helps them. Ultimately, what do you think it was that led to their success other than the lack of smoke? I think I agree with you there. That could have helped choke them off and pushed them off. You know, Tachanka 8:30 seconds, but smoke could have even picked up a kill and delayed the bomb or even killed the bomb carrier, and then they could have played that upon a rotation.
Attackers have recovered their
I think a lot of that just came down to knowing and doing the basics. So what I mean by that is they made sure they took control of gym. They took control of upstairs. I think they got a kill while doing that from the Blackbeard. And then they were able to push down main stairs and actually kill the two operators that were playing close to that pool table. So even though the defenders knew that they were going to be going from the strip side, I don't think that they were able to properly rotate and keep control of that main stairs. Because when you lose control of that main stairs, you just rush someone down there like the Habana did, and she was actually able to pick up a double kill from that. And so doing that really kind of opened up that round. And of course, having these bomb sites so far really stretched out, honestly, it just makes it really, really hard to try to bring in extra reinforcements. So once you lose those first two, or first three, really, it's really, really difficult to try and hold that site.
45 seconds into round 7. Of course, it's still match point 4-2 in favor of Equinox. 5v5, currently only 2 minutes remaining left in this round. They do have control of Stripper. Ash pushed in there to help Thermite. Thermite got the wall open. A lot of droning going out currently. Neptune's has made his way upstairs into the bedroom, and he now holds control of Gym and that entire floor.
Yeah, and that's the sort of control that we've been kind of talking about. We've been really, you know, when you're really trying to attack these downstairs, like or bar, excuse me, you really need to try and take control of this upstairs. You know, make sure you try to push this mirror off from behind this wall. You can do that from the hatch. You know, make sure you sit someone on that main stairs. A little bit of bullets coming out. Not going to be any kills though, just a little bit of damage. But again, you know, just making sure you take control of that. Looks like they will be maybe going for a plant soon. So we'll have to keep an eye on that.
Edging forward, a battle going back and forth between Blackbeard and Jaeger. Jaeger on the back end of that one takes all the damage, only about 20% health. Ash is right outside of this freezer. He shot the ground, so Ash knows that he's there. 1 minute left. Neptune's able to get the pick onto Exo, so Mira is now down 5v4 in favor of Equinox on their match point. 55 seconds left. And Remorse doing a good job taking out Dot Dash, so Smoke is now down also. I believe he died with all 3 of his smokes still on him. Alien trying to get the aggressive pick onto him, but no, he doesn't get it. Donut does a good job pushing in. Blue's down, Achieve's down, the bomb's down. And that round and match going over to Equinox. And they take this one 1-0.
Yep, that's going to be the end of the first match. Definitely a good job there. Just like I said, I think that chunk round was just a little bit of poke and having fun with them. And then once comes that attack round, you know, really step it right back up, get right back into the flow of things. I definitely like that. Unfortunately, what we saw there, they're just going through, making sure they got the picks, you know, one by one. Taking a look at the scoreboard, looks like we have Dot Dash not really doing too well, going 0-6. Blue actually went 2-6, not all that impressive either. Other than that, very, very good game from Equinox. Very good first game, and next map will be Border.
Yeah, I think they really did a good job overall. You know, the experience that we talked about in the beginning, I think, was a little overwhelming for Lynx. They did a good job getting, these new ideas and strats, but they didn't really execute them quite properly enough. But we are going to take a short 5-minute break while we switch everything around, and then we'll be back with map 2, which is Border. So stick around.
Tell me straight, I won't go. This is our time now, I'm sure. Make no mistake that we are closer than we're far. Embrace for impact, and fight your fears far. Embrace for impact. I'm a future's engineer, and baby, I'm here. 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 I've got a question. If you'd hear me out in your defense, you never had a chance. And so tell me straight, I won't go. This is our time now, I'm sure. Make no mistake that we are closer than we're far. Embrace for impact, and fight your fears far. Embrace for impact. I'm a future
All right, we're into this now. We finally got all the players in. There was a sub made. Blue is out. The wonderful one is in for Lynx. We are on border. This is map 2. Map 1 went over to Equinox. They were able to take the 5-2 victory on Clubhouse. They played pretty solid throughout that one. Do you have any predictions for this one particularly, Talon?
Of course, I would definitely put the advantage towards Equinox here because, of course, the wonderful one is a sub now. Blue was unfortunately subbed out for whatever reason, whether it be technical or not. So definitely, if this is going to be a sub, this is going to make it just all the much more difficult here. So definitely going to be up to Lynx to really prove that, hey, we can still step up. We can still play it very well.
Yeah, I know they do a very good job on this map particularly. I was looking over some of their stats, and I remember them playing, it was a different name, but they played in our showcase tournament on this map, and they did pretty good here also. Currently a standard reinforcement on the left side of this small office with a crouch mirror. I actually recommend if you're going to be putting it on that wall, you might as well put it crouched. That way they can't just kind of crouch in there and plant with you behind it. There's not much you can do about it without peeking and dying.
5 seconds left before insertion.
So I like the placement on that mirror.
Attackers
Another one on fountain. They also have an echo. So they're definitely looking to hold down tight. They want denial from plant as much as they can. Looks like all of the attackers are going to be spawning from the east side, so it's going to be a office take. Let's see how they hit this, whether they utilize that Blackbeard. I expect to see him going on to that AC unit window. Now this wall is reinforced, so I'm assuming that's why they called for this side. Remorse peeks out very aggressively and gets the pick, and now Ash is gone. Only 30 seconds into that round, Remorse doing a fantastic job. Just like we talked about, Blackbeard has made his way onto that AC unit. Very powerful position for him to just kind of hold that one. Smoke opens up the hatch and lets Bandit drop, so we now going to have one roamer. Our first smoke grenade going to come out. It's only 2 minutes in. 5v4 in favor of Equinox currently.
Definitely an explosive start to the round. Ash, of course, pushing just so close. Very, very aggressive there. Not exactly sure why she would want to push up with no support. Not even trying to get rid of the barbed wire. She just pushed straight in. Meanwhile, it looks like we have Habana going to go ahead and try to take out that mirror. Really start to try and push that fountain. Once you get that person out of fountain, then you can really start to work that B site. Start to get around, maybe even getting into hallway control. Echo is still there. Not exactly sure if he's going to be moving his drone or what happened to the drone. So still look out for that to be in use if they do decide to push in.
Habana shot her charge onto that fountain wall, but they didn't realize it was still bandited. So that Habana charge is down. Echo drone able to groggy onto Habana. Thermite trying to push in, takes a little bit of damage, about 40% health, 1 minute and 15 in. Donut able to get the pick onto Vane, who was downstairs. So good job by him. Believe we're sound glitched because of that Echo drone. Gonna sit with him to get the sound back. 55 seconds left in this one. 4v3 in favor of the attackers, or excuse me, the defenders in Equinox. Remorse down in front lobby. No more smoke grenades left. Wonderful one does a good job, and he's wonderful at getting the pick from that window. They are able to push in and get that easy plant since that wall is reinforced. If you don't have a C4 from underneath, there's not much you can do about it. So good execution by them, although the advantage was in favor of Equinox at that one. They turned the tides. Alien gets a pick onto Remorse, so Smoke's down. Get the pick from East Stairs. Wonderful with the double kill. Peeking from the double lockers, he gets a kill and a triple kill. Wonderful one. That Blackbeard showing why it's such a strong position to hold. Good job getting the bomb down, and good job holding that position and getting the exchanges they needed to go up round 1-0 in this one.
Yeah, definitely interesting to see. They did have a Thatcher. However, they weren't able to open up that fountain wall. I don't think they really even ever got control of fountain. However, just as you were saying mid-round, that wall was still reinforced. That wall facing towards archives, facing that archives door. And when you reinforce that door, it's a big beacon saying, hey, just walk into the door and plant. Because like we saw, you can just sit the Blackbeard up on AC, and there's not much you can really do about it. Honestly, you really can't be peeking him, because if you peek him, you're going to get punished like the Jaeger did. I mean, you can't just you can't walk out to try and deny the plant because you get killed, just
Attackers
like
need
what
to
happened
locate
with
and
the
defuse
Echo.
bombs.
The only real option you have is to try and C4 him, but at that time, I don't think there were any C4 nearby, honestly. So definitely very curious or very interesting that they did decide to reinforce that wall without putting a mirror on it. Of course, the option is you can put a mirror on that reinforced wall, and then it makes it kind of okay, because then all you have to do is, of course, just open up that mirror and then go ahead and shoot whoever is trying to plant. However, again, with no utility, no way to stop that plant, that is just a free plant, wide open, just walk right in and take it. They did not even have to take office control. Definitely a little bit of a miscalculation there coming from Equinox there, so they definitely need to try and change up and realize, hey, we had no way to do it, let's not do it next round, and that's the sort of flexibility and adaptation that we're going to need for them next round.
Yeah, it's pretty much one of the most difficult spots in all of Rainbow Six, honestly, to get someone off. Like you said, you pretty much just got to play that from underneath. I can speak on experience when we were playing in the Pro League against Most Wanted. What they did was they actually invested 4 people to run outs. One from ventilation room, one from the bottom side of the luggage wall, one from the upper side on the back side of that office. So the only other option is that you have to invest all of your resources. Not sure they know about that option. So that won them that round. It is 1-0 in favor of Lynxed eSports on this round. Map 2, we are in round 2. It is 1-0 in the series. It is a best of 3 here in week 2, day 4. The deciding map is Coastline. If we get there, achieved on Ash. Pushes right into Luggage and gets the kill on the Alien. He's down. Getting a peek back and forth, and you're not going to peek that against an Ash. I'm not sure why he did that. That's a double kill for Achieved. So Mira and Jaeger already down. 1 minute into this round. There's only a minute and 53 seconds left. Also looks like an office take for them. Blackbeard on that spot that we talked about, but the wall isn't reinforced. A little bit harder of a take when that wall is open. You can just open that up if you're the defenders and play for that side.
Definitely a useful angle that you can get. Another option is, of course, you can try and peek out from lockers. It is very risky when you do that. However, it looks like they will be able to successfully... Oh, wait a sec. Were they able to get it? They were able to prevent the mirror from getting open using the C4 coming out from Valkyrie. Interesting use of utility there. However, I do think that's going to end up slowing down this attack that is already 2 minutes into the round. 2 minutes in, they still haven't even gotten office control the way that they wanted to. You still have this anchor Vayne sitting out in Fountain. They're now trying to use some grenades, but that's really not going to be all that effective as well, because you just can't quite get that angle. Blackbeard has moved out, trying to get a different approach. Not quite on AC yet. He might end up moving to AC later. Attack's definitely going to start getting very aggressive.
Only 45 seconds left in this round. It is 5v3 though in favor of Equinox. An aggressive push coming through with Thatcher, and Thatcher takes out Bandit, or excuse me, that was Sledge. He takes out Bandit with the SMG-11, so he's down. 5v2 now. They did a good job delaying the push, but I think the numbers advantage is going to get them at the end. Valkyrie does a good job pushing out and getting the double kill, but Peter Griffin gets a trade, so Wonderful One is down. It's a 3v1 with only 24 seconds left. 3 smokes left though for Smoke. Achieve pushes through the hallway. That's a double kill for him. And that round going over to Equinox. So far, an attacker favored round.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely the attackers really showing that they're a little bit more prepared than the counterpart defenses. That exact round, we saw almost the exact same thing, except for the attackers that time were able to actually just body their way into that offices there, and they were unable to open up that mirror. Of course, we did see the C4 coming out from Valkyrie. Interesting use of utility. I like it indeed. Another option is maybe even using something from underneath, maybe throwing an impact up or just shooting it from underneath. Definitely a little bit getting creative there, because they did Thatcher it. They did have a Bandit there trying to Bandit play it, but of course, if the mirrors pellets are already going off, you cannot destroy them with the battery. So if the attackers do get the right timing, they can get it straight off. So we'll see if they do decide to reinforce that B wall. I think they did reinforce that B wall. I'm not exactly sure if they didn't. Yeah, they didn't really exactly learn from their mistake. There is no Mira, so we could exactly see the exact same thing as we just saw. Honestly, there's really no way. They do have a pulse, so they could try to C4 it from underneath. But if they do get control of underneath inside of Workshop, there's not much that the defenders can do.
10 seconds to
Yeah,
go.
you and I both know as players and avid lovers of this particular map, that's just something
5
you don't
seconds
do.
left
You're not
before
going to
insertion.
reinforce that. I will tell you as a shot caller and adjustment maker in game, the very first thing that happens is as soon as anyone on our team sees that wall, we say, let's go office, dome take, dome take. All you have to do is put a little pressure from the inside of this, and there's nothing you can do, especially if you send someone underneath to control that floor, because all you have is the pulse or the heavy runouts, because Blackbeard is going to obtain that window and just control the entire thing. But let's see how it pans out for them. It is 1-1 on map 2.
Interesting. Now, they do have a pulse. Now, he is playing towards the bottom of customs right now. This could be to trying to deny or try and actually get a C4 kill from someone if they do decide to push into security. He's just looking around right now. He has seen a couple of people, but he's just trying to look for that person that goes into security and just holds. Because if he can find that person in security that's just holding, he could get an easy C4. They do realize all 3 of these players are out here. There's actually 4 players out there, so they're making all the calls that they need to.
And he barely saw him right at the end there. You saw his attention go. He saw the heartbeat, so he knows he's there. But no, he whiffs all of his shots. I can't believe it. Exo, no. Why would you do that, Neptunes? Why would you miss all that? Exo does a good job picking him up, so Ash gets that kill. Doing Ash things. Pushes in, uses that aggressive play to her favor. 1:40 into this round. 5v4 now in favor of Lynxed. Ash opening up the hatch.
Really unfortunate there for sure. You know, being a little bit too aggressive there, using that pulse instead of trying to play back and use your utility in the form of C4. Unfortunately,
a battle back and forth, and Ash is able to take out Smoke. So Exo picking up the double kill this round. So a very good play by him. 1:15 left on this one. He pushes all the way into small office. Look at the aggressive play, but the guy laying down in half wall. Looks like it was Donut on Bandit. He does a good job. He gets a kill on a Wonderful at the same time, so a double kill. Only a minute left, so it's now a 3v3, and they brought it back. Echo is still up, and they still have the Yokai, Thermite, and Habana on the outside of this pillbox. They have security control. You're going to use that EMP, but I don't think they're going to get the Yokai drone. That EMP is able to take down a Yokai drone, and Donut picks up the triple kill, still hanging out on that half wall. They're going to have to do something to get him out of there. 40 seconds left, and it's now a 3v2. They were once up, and now they're down. The Yokai drone just sitting in place, so they have done fantastic on this defense to hold out and play patiently. Only 25 seconds left. They're going to have to make a push at some point. Time is ticking away. Another Echo charge coming through, and Jaeger gets the kill on the Alien, and Donut, he gets the quadra kill. That's 4 for him that round. Very good job by the defenders. 2-1 in their favor. Equinox lead.
That was a very back and forth round. You know, we really, at the very beginning, we saw that pulse get taken out by the Ash. Unfortunately, I do think that he was being a little bit too aggressive. I think he needed to really slow down. You make sure you get your C4 off. Make sure you're not dying. Make sure you keep giving that information to that team. Honestly, even if he didn't get a C4 kill, giving all that information was just so valuable. He was able to call over a rotate. So all the defenders were able to rotate over and reply accordingly. Unfortunately, he didn't get taken out. Ash then ran up the main stairs, went in, tried to get some work done. Unfortunately, was not expecting that Bandit in that blue corner. Unfortunately, I do think Donut actually did get a 4K that round. I think he got a 4K, yes, and then I'm not exactly sure who was on Jaeger, was able to pick up the 5th. Great round from Donut. I would have liked to see some grenades. I think at the very beginning of the round, Ash did use a charge on that blue corner. However, the Ash doesn't quite cover that entire corner back there, so maybe some grenades might have been useful, or even some flashbangs, and then maybe try to work something off of that Jaeger. Either way, very good defense. Way to stick with it.
Yeah, I mean, Lynx did a very good job in the beginning. They were able to get the early pick, and they had the man advantages all the way up until the very end, where Donut just put on a clinic by himself. So let's see.
It was a bullet clinic, and everyone was there to get some.
Yeah, gonna have to go back for blood donations after that one, because he is out of life. We are now into round 4. Of course, like we said before, 2-1 right now in favor of Equinox. They did win map 1 on Clubhouse. They took that one 5-2. Let's see if Link can get this round. It has been attacker favored and achieved already, getting the pickup. And now Alien is down. Jaeger out of the equation, and it's only been 30 seconds. The aggression that they were looking to cause something different did not pay off for them on that one.
Yeah, this is giving me nightmares, honestly, from map number 1. Lynx just being down 5 to 4. You know, it's really, really gonna have to be playing in their minds, really pulling the strings there, because honestly, being a man down 30 seconds in is just so unnerving there. So it's gonna be really
dangerously flirting with disaster here. Blackbeard wins that exchange every single time. So lucky for him, he didn't go down on that one. We are 1 minute into this round 4. It is 5v3 in favor of Equinox currently. Smoke still has all 3 of his smokes.
Yeah, you can almost actually still look at the HP advantage that the attackers have right now, almost 150. And honestly, there has been 0 damage done to the attackers. This is really good looking round so far. Let's see if they can keep that momentum together and really push it through towards the end.
Yeah, 1 minute and 30 left. As you can see, Mira down to all but nothing in her health bar. I'd say about 20%. Now, Habana is going to finally open up that fountain wall, so they won't be able to play that like they were before. Good use of the Habana charges here late into the round to hold on to them. Like we said, Smoke still does have all of his charges, but Neptune's on Sledge able to take out Wonderful One. So now Valkyrie is down. 5v3, only a minute left. They're doing a good job. Their pace and the tempo currently is great. I like how they have secured what they need to and got the early picks.
Very interesting indeed. They're trying to put in some back pressure here as well. Keeping that smoke there, not able to use his smoke grenades where they really need to, which is in office right now. Neptune's picking up a grenade kill, a little bit more even coming up from Neptune's. This is just not looking like a good round for the defenders.
Exo down, Remorse gets a pick on the Vayne, Achieve gets a pick on a dot dash. I believe that was a double kill for Ash on that round. She got the early pick. So pretty much a repeat performance that we're seeing from the first map. You know, a dominant performance from Equinox and a little bit too much aggression from Lynxed. I think it's that experience differential. You know, the former pros, they know when to keep their composure, how to push, and when not to push. So that's 3-1 in favor of Equinox on this second map.
Yeah, I totally agree here. There's honestly no excuse for them to be getting picked off, and honestly within the first minute is really key here, because getting picked off in the first 30 seconds, you're obviously doing something too aggressive. You're either taking a spawn peek or you're running somewhere where you really shouldn't be, like behind a window or a door. Looks like we will have a fuse come out for the attackers this time. They realize that the defenders will now be downstairs in that ventilation workshop. So if they do, and if they are able to take control of that army, they will be able to fuse down from above. Interesting to see if they will be able to properly use that and capitalize on that fuse, being able to push those operators around downstairs, making sure you can actually gain some map control off of that fuse. I've seen some teams do it very well and some teams do it very, very poorly. Also have the Echo. They have been playing this Echo. I think it has been doing fairly well for them. I wouldn't say it's been an amazing pick for them, but it has been working out enough so that it can be justified.
Yeah, I would agree. Not something that's game altering, but still doable. They've gotten some people off bomb and they've gotten some good picks with it. I think mostly they're using it for the intel. They are pairing it with that Valkyrie, excuse me.
Attackers are moving out.
But we are live into round 5. And you know, this site particularly, you kind of take it the same way you do when they're upstairs. You got to get into that server room, get control of the CCTV, open up that pillbox, shove them out, get the kills, and then they can utilize that fuse from up top. And you can also see that they picked up IQ this round. So a little bit of fear coming in from the Valkyrie cams, obviously causing problems with them.
I'll see it.
Yeah, for sure. This could also be for just those grenade picks, you know, trying to get rid of barbed wire for sure. They will see a Valkyrie cam in office, so they will still get information from this Valkyrie cam though. Yes, the IQ has spotted it. They will eventually take it out, but as soon as you take it out, that's kind of like saying, hey, I'm here, so just expect someone coming from this direction. There goes the Echo drone.
Hey, gets him a little groggy on that one. So that means that that Echo drone is sitting right in front of that window. Hibana pushing the east side stairs, trying to see where Fuse is, just kind of sitting back, trying to stay alive. Neptune's right on the other side of this wall, but he doesn't know. And I'm sure he's going to hear him put this charge, and he doesn't hear him at all. We're going to see a breach charge. A nice C4 coming out, though. He takes out Exo, so now IQ's down, but he didn't hear that breaching charge, but it never even got popped. He just kind of left it there. He would have had a free pickup. He's finally opening it, and he turns around. He gets a kill, though, a double kill for Neptunes, but Alien jumps over the desk and gets a trade right back. A minute and 25 in this round. Donut gets the kill, so Vane's down. Alien with a double kill after he enters. It's a 3v2 with only a minute and 15 remaining. They are down a man, but they still could potentially do this. They have Blackbeard, and they have opened what they need to, but Echo is still alive. Looks like the Yokai drone is down. Trying to play it from underneath, a pre-play smoke charge. I like the use of that shotgun to open up the hole. Blackbeard's in, and he knows Donut's on this small wad. Blackbeard should win that battle, but no! He whiffs it, and Donut, another fantastic kill for him. And it's now a 3v1, and this round's looking like it's all but over. Hibana gonna have to pray for a miracle. Donut pushing down the hallway. Let's see if we can pick up a double kill. Alien just gonna back away. Alien pushes down, and I believe that's a triple kill for him, so he's doing fantastic on this round, but it's almost a little bit too late. 23 seconds left. Remorse hanging out down in luggage claim. Remorse gets the kill on the Alien, and he's down 4-1. Match point in favor of Equinox.
Yep, this will, of course, be match point. I think that attack round was very, very slow coming out from Lynx. I think that they took their time doing a lot of things. They really very slow trying to push in. I think there were a lot of great trades for the defenders. Equinox was able to, make sure if they did lose someone, they were maybe able to trade it right back. Of course, there was a little bit of trading back for Malicious as well. They were able to get a couple of back and forth. However, I do think that they just weren't quite prepared to fully push in. I think that really relied on Exo on that IQ trying to get a frag, and making, if you did get that frag, then I think that would have really set a different pace for that round. But of course, as soon as Exo went down, I really think that really slowed him back, because he's kind of like their entry, and if that entry goes down, I don't really think that they had a backup plan. I would have liked to see the breach charge kill. I think that would have been pretty cool. Unfortunately, he did wait a lot of time. Not sure what he was doing. He might have actually been droning for Exo, saying, Harry, let me just put this on the wall, then I'll just go ahead and drone for him. And unfortunately, once that didn't work, then he blew it. But by then, Valkyrie was already out of range. So a little bit unfortunate we didn't see that, but still a good round nonetheless.
Yeah, no way for him to know that he's on the other side of that wall. Personally, I'm probably going to place it and pop it right away, and he might have got the kill. But at the end of the day, they were able to hold it
10 seconds left
on the
before
defense side anyway.
Device placed.
So maybe that would have came and changed that round. Following Mira, they have Mira on this mountain wall.
Attackers objective is to
Trying
locate
to
a bomb
find
and
the
defuse
second
it.
Mira
Attackers have dropped the bomb
charge. And they
diffuser.
have placed it on basically the radio wall on the filing
Attackers
cabinet.
have recovered
A
their
good
diffuser.
place, but most of the people
Attackers'
have
bomb
been
diffuser
seeing
has
it
been
recently.
dropped.
Know you can just go underneath with Ash, which they do have. They just Ash up above. Not sure if they know that spot, but they are poised to get inside of Tellers with only 20 seconds off the clock. So already inside Ash. Very good job setting the pace here currently to take control of a part of the building. Everyone else just kind of droning, but again, it looks like an office/dome take.
Camera feed up and running.
Now, if you notice, they did bring a Twitch. That could be a perfect counter to any of these Mira combos that they have set up. I would certainly like to see some Mira players getting taken out with that Twitch. I think this is the first time we've seen the Twitch. Not sure exactly what he's doing, trying to kill and trying to get damage off, or maybe he's just looking, waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike, and here it comes. He gets one, not able to get the second one. However, still has a second drone. I would totally say that one Twitch drone for one Mira, especially that one over on Fountain, is definitely worth it. They did leave one of the B walls unreinforced. Not sure if this was intentional or not. Because they, of course, can't just be Ashed and Sledge. Neptune is running on that Sledge, so he can just get in, get even more angles that they might not have previously been able to do.
A minute and 20 into this round, still all tied up at 5v5, but it is match point and series point to Equinox. They've done a fantastic job controlling the pace of this game throughout. Ash has made her way all the way in. She's going in a cheeky angle, but not able to pick anything up currently. finally opening up this kill wall.
I like what Equinox is doing here. They're actually deciding to go for the other side of the map. They realized that they've put a lot of utility in towards office. They did just enough to make it seem like they might be going for an office take, but instead it looks like they are setting up, going for that armory, going to go ahead and switch it up, while they still have remorse on the other side to cause a little bit of distraction and apply counter pressure.
Yeah, they are kind of spread out. I'm not sure if that's going to cause any problems. Exo gets the pickup on a Peter Griffin, so a good job from him, and he gets the double kill, so Achieved is now down. And Bandit gets the double kill, only 35 seconds left, but it is favor for Lynxed. Exo gets the down on a remorse, so that's going to be a triple kill for him. Dot Dash takes down Neptunes, and there's only one remaining. And Exo getting the quadra kill, breathing some life back in him once again, and it's pretty much mirrored identically to last round. They went down early, they showed some aggression that caused them some pain, but they were able to bring it back, so now it's 4-2. Do you think they're going to be able to use this momentum, Talon, and push forward and change what happened last round, bring another round, bring a second one, and take it to overtime?
They very well could. Equinox is, of course, now playing in the more dominant site. However, if they do realize, how do they need to change it? How did Lynx attack it last time? If they realize what's going on, I do think that they'll be able to win this map 5-2. Unfortunately, being that dominant site, they're not having to play downstairs. They can focus all their effort and energy upstairs. Once they figure out, okay, where are they going to go? Looks like Lynx is deciding to change it up themselves. They are going to be bringing a Twitch. So hopefully we'll see the same thing that we saw from Equinox last round, using that Twitch, opening up some of those more critical mirrors, because that's honestly what was slowing Lynx down. Lynx is taking a lot of time to really execute on their attacks on places like office. So if they can really speed that up and really get around some of those blockers, I think that they'll be in a much better position.
Yeah, they did a good job adjusting for that round, down on 3 points, and you still have match point right in your face. So I like how they handled that pressure. Hopefully they can use that momentum to push forward on this round. It is round 7, 4-2, still match point and series point for Equinox. It is week 2, day 4.
5 seconds left.
14 weeks, 28 play days, which pretty much echoes to 14 games per team.
Must locate and defuse a bomb.
Excited to see who comes out on top at the end, but again, we're seeing this Echo played every single defensive round for Equinox, so they like the use of that tool. They have subbed out the Valkyrie for the Mira for this site.
Yep, of course we do have that Twitch, so I'm interested to see, where are those Twitch drones, and are they going to be used in the way that we think that they will be used? Looks like they might actually be going for a security attack, which I'm not sure if they even have a mirror. It looks like Twitch drone will be just looking for the Valk cams. Not going to be able to find any, of course, because there is no Valk. So we'll have to see if they decide to use those Twitch drones to maybe cause a little bit of distraction over towards office while they push in towards security.
Thatcher throwing down some EMP grenades on this box so he can try to get one. It looks like Bandit was able to get one of Thermite's charges down. So Donut has done a good job getting rid of one of them. They're just going to go ahead and give it up now. They've already eaten up one charge in 1 minute. Why not? Not against the idea. The first smoke grenade coming out right into the face of the guys outside, and that takes Thatcher down all the way to 45% health. So good smoke grenade. Only 1 minute and 45 left. Ash underneath on this half wall. They learned from last round because Donut got the quadra kill from that one, if you remember. So he was able to take that kill. Dot Dash gets Donut. So they used the Ash charge to shove him out, and he was able to get the peek from there as he ran. Thermite gets that kill. Like the use of the teamwork and the utility in tandem. Mira is sitting inside of this small office just playing this Mira. Echo's still alive. The Yokai drone is down though. Remorse getting a pistol kill. Exo's down. Now it's all tied up. Another smoke grenade gonna be thrown out. Achieve taking down an alien. 4v3 in favor of Equinox on their match point. 1 minute remaining, but smoke is super low. No more smoke grenades left. They're kind of all huddled together here in this small office. Thermite trying to push it and get the plant down. Doesn't even pay attention to the sound. Stays to try to stick it and gets killed. Mira gets the kill there. Wonderful on the outside, holding tight right angle. the job has already been done for him. Vayne takes out Remorse on the down. It's 3v2, 35 seconds left. Can they do it and bring it back? Blackbeard's down, so it's kind of just one player. Probably gonna go for this pickup. No one looking to get it, just gonna play the time. I like the call from the defenders. Achieve playing this bomb, holding a tight angle. They will finally getting up, but he's 50% health, 15 seconds left. They're going to have to get that bomb. Neptune's just sitting on top of it. The Echo Drone goes down, and Neptune gets one kill, so that's a double kill, and he's going to get a triple kill, but Achieve pushes around the bomb side, and that's GG. Another 5-2, pretty much mirrored from map 1, 5-2 and 5-2. And that puts them 1-1 so far in the CCS Invite League. Game going over to Equinox.
Great way to go ahead and finish out the map for Equinox. They will be going ahead on to the next week. I think that was a fairly pretty interesting round coming out for the attackers. I think that, you know, they did have that Twitch, but I'm not sure if they even got any real use or utility coming out from them. I'm not sure if they were able to maybe open it up either using a Twitch or maybe even if a Habana. Of course, they didn't have a Habana, but if they did have a Habana or maybe do something to really try to push him out of that small office, they might have actually been able to get the plant off. I don't know if the Echo was in position to stop the plant the first time that the Thermite tried to go through. However, they were unable to get the plant down and fortunately lost the round for us. So still a great series for Equinox.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we talked about their experience, and honestly, I believe it was just a little bit too much for them on that one. The power of being a former professional player, you know, some of those players have played together for a while. So a great job by them to come out, have their strategy in mind, and execute it pretty much perfectly. Only a few hiccups here and there. So overall, great job by both teams on this one.